Hey, how you doing? I'm sure all these people that have ties to Jeffrey Epstein for decades are a complete coincidence, and there's absolutely nothing to see here. So let's start off with Donald Barr. Donald Barr was the headmaster at the Dalton School back from 1964 to 1974. Now, why the hell is that significant? Donald Barr was the headmaster at the Dalton School in 1974. Who was hired at the Dalton School in 1974? Jeffrey Epstein, which on top of it was already weird enough because Jeffrey Epstein didn't have a degree in teaching, yet he was still hired there. Now here is where it gets even weirder with Donald Barr. Buckle up for this. Donald Barr was also an author, and one of the books that Donald published was called Space Relations, a slightly gothic interplanetary tale. But here is the thing. What was this book about? Knowing what we know about Jeffrey Epstein, just wait. Space Relations is a science fiction novel about a planet Kosar ruled by an oligarchy that maintains power through institutionalized exploitation and trafficking of children. This is the book that he wrote. And remember, keep in mind, he was the headmaster at the Dalton School, and towards the tail end of it being the headmaster there, Jeffrey Epstein was hired as a teacher when he didn't have a teaching degree, and Donald Barr wrote this book, and that was the subject matter. Now, wait for this. Who was Donald Barr's son? Donald Barr's son was Bill Barr. Who was Bill Barr? Well, he's a couple things. He was actually the Attorney General for George H.W. Bush when he was president. And guess who else Bill Barr was the Attorney General for? The Trump administration 1.0. And what happened during the Donald Trump 1.0 administration? Jeffrey Epstein was unalived. And Bill Barr, the Attorney General, who is Donald Barr's son, who worked at the Dalton School around the same time that Jeffrey Epstein was hired to be a teacher there with no teaching credentials. His son was now the person working with the FBI and the Department of Justice to look into Jeffrey Epstein's unaliving. All of these people are connected. This is something that has been in the works before even most of us were alive. And there's no way that if you put all the pieces together, that these things just so happen to happen and mean nothing. It's going to get worse, and we're going to find out more things that are even creepier and even more bizarre. Nothing is a coincidence.